With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports Performance Truck Series brought to you by BUTTKICKER heads off right here at Dover International Speedway. Round number 2 at Dover. Last night we seen the Ayers Racing Paint Circuit Menard Series drivers fire things up around this concrete 1 mile tough little track. Let's see if these truck drivers have any better luck here tonight. Track temperature a little bit cooler, starting at 96 degrees. Last night it was up over 100 degrees before last night's race. Tonight a little bit cooler. Drivers should have a little bit more grip. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside here for Swift Motorsports. And you know, interesting, we've had Austin Hill, Todd Cray last year here at Dover in the Performance Truck Series. Hill took the qualifying pole position. Todd Cray walked away with the race win. Neither one of those drivers in the field here tonight. Drivers are out there in their qualifying setups, getting some times in. Let's head throw some of that information over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Looks like it doesn't want to cooperate. We'll get to it another way, by golly. There it is. John McMillan Jr. Little John, top of the speed charts. Quick time, 22:41 for the 15. Greg Oldnick right there in the second spot in the 72. Adam Pettit sitting back in third. Pettit went to victory lane last week. We'll see if he can go back-to-back, make another victory lane attempt after Las Vegas Motor Speedway last week. Actually, no, these drivers were at Atlanta last week. The Xfinity cars were in Las Vegas. Do apologize about that. Well, 2 minutes left in this qualifying session. Most of the truck drivers already putting in their qualifying laps. A few drivers yet to go out there. Robert Green, Jeffrey Green, Vadim Kosadoy up on his up-to-speed lap. Jeff Snyder, Brian Jablonski, as well as Gary Wells, David Cameron, John Herdzik yet to put in his time lap. Brett Tucker, fast last week, caught up in some trouble out there on his qualifying lap. I tell you what, why don't we finish out the qualifying session taking a look at this 99 Ford F-150 as it powers down the backstretch into turn number 3. Gonna put in his first time lap. Just about 60 seconds remain here in qualifying, so we will get ready to head on down to the track side for your national anthem. Let these drivers get through final pre-race inspection, and we'll run down the championship points as well as your starting lineup. Tucker goes fifth fastest with his first time lap. Where's he go on lap number 2? Can he take that top spot away from Little John? Top of the speed charts, quick time for Rhett Tucker, 22:37. Tucker will lead these trucks to the green flag tonight. That's going to do it for our qualifying session. So with that being said, we will step away for just a brief moment, head down trackside for your national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
In back track side, few drivers making their way through final pre-race inspection. So as these drivers begin to trickle on to the starting grid, why don't we run down a little official business coming in to tonight's race? Your championship points after 2 races in to season number 3 look a little something like this. Adam Pettit has been very consistent, went to victory lane last week as he leads David Medina Sr., Kevin Haas right there, Lee Staples, Jeff Snyder in a close 5th, Tommy Holt, David Cameron, week one winner, Jeff Glockner in the 24 machine right there, highlighted in that turn 3 orange. Also a race winner this season, back in the 8th spot, John Herdzik. Sean Kozier rounds out your top 10 in a close, tight point battle. Just 2 races into the season. Will we see our first repeat winner in the Performance Truck Series? We'll have to wait for this one to unfold. 140 laps around this 1 mile track here tonight. We'll have to see which one of these drivers thinks they've got what it takes to walk away with a checkered flag. We still have a handful of drivers left to get through final pre-race inspection. Looks like about 10 trucks lined up down there trying to get through as quick as they can. Final few drivers making their way through. Looks like the starting grid is beginning to get filled on up. Your top 2 drivers, though, Rhett Tucker, John McMillan Jr. still back there in that inspection line. John McMillan Jr. now getting through into his starting spot. Have to wait to see when your pole sitter can get to the starting grid, finally making his way slowly up to the line. He will be through pre-race inspection here momentarily. And you can hear those bells as your pole sitter joins the starting grid. It's time to run down tonight's Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series starting lineup. Starting inside row number 1, the 99 of Rhett Tucker goes quick time in qualifying 22:37. Tucker will line up inside row number 1. John McMillan Jr. in the 15 machine gonna line up just to his outside back in row number 2, the 78 of Greg Olnick, followed by the 58 of Adam Pettit. Alan Young and Ron Schutte back in row number 3, row 4 here tonight. Jonathan Holston followed by Jeff Glockner. Row number 5 in the 20 machine, Michael Madden, followed by the 5 of Lee Staples. That's going to round out your top 10 here tonight in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series race number 3 right here at Dover International Speedway. Back in row number 6, the 09 of Vadim Kosadoy, followed by the 16 of Sean Kozier. As the drivers begin to roll off of pit road, we'll finish out the starting lineup for you. There you can see 13th position, that 88 of Kevin Haas. Just to his outside, John McMillan Sr., Stephen Ayers Jr., Nathan Rogie going to make up row number 8. Row number 9 here tonight, Ronald Brown, followed by John Peel. Christopher Confer also in the field. Justin Gann up in race control. Brian Jablowski, Gary Wells also at the track here tonight. Final few drivers listed in tonight's race. There you can see Rob Green, Jeffrey Green, John Herdzik, David Kerman, and Jeff Snyder all out there on the track tonight. Big shout out to Justin Gann and Gary Wells up in race control. Do appreciate everything you do each and every week. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Thanks for joining us out there in TV Land, race fans. We're ready to fire it off for the first time. Pace car down and away. We are ready to go. Here we go. Green flag racing from Dover International Speedway. Drivers get up through the gears. Rhett Tucker catches the 78 as well as the 15, sleeping on the initial start of the race. He'll jump out to a quick 4/10 of a second. Oldnick gonna look to take that second spot away. Gonna do so off of turn number 2. Back down the back stretch. Your top 3 already nose to tail. Back a little further behind them, back in the 3rd spot. There you can see that Ford F-150 piloted by the 58 machine, the 58 of Adam Pettit. Ron Schutte with a little bit of a moment there, almost 3 wide here at Dover. Schutte involved with Alan Young and Michael Madden right now. They go back, nose to tail, back down the back stretch. Once again, Lee Staples tries to catch up to the 24 of Gluckner and break into the top 10. Lots of action early here at the Concrete Monster Mile. Dover International Speedway drivers still green flag racing. Lap number 3 underway. Now we've seen a caution flag fly around lap number 6 or 7 last night. Will we see a long run here? We'll have to wait to see how it all plays out. Still a very long way to go, 140 laps. Ooh, almost in that outside wall. I believe Vadim Kosadoy hits and scrapes on the front stretch in that 09 Toyota Tundra. One of the few Tundras, only 2 Tundras out there in the field actually here tonight. And it looks like Dover being dominated by the blue oval. Your top 3 drivers as they run on track: Rhett Tucker, Greg Olnick, and Adam Pettit, all running those Ford F-150s. Continue to watch this little battle as it continues to unfold on the track. Gluckner has Kosadoy and Staples tucked in behind them. They'll go side by side off of turn number 4. Close quarters, and Kosadoy in the outside wall once again. That's going to give that 10 position to the 5 of Staples. Staples looking to drive away now after Gluckner has set sail just a little bit. Overhead camera shot here with the 5. I tell you what, why don't we go a little bit further back in the field? Check this driver out, the 76 of Ronald Brown, making one of his debut runs here in Swift Motorsports. So glad to see a new driver out there on the track. That's no good, boss man. What you doing working for? See, if you get fast, then we win races, then we don't work anymore, right? Oh, off the outside wall, back across the track. Kosadoy in big trouble. Kosadoy in big trouble. We'll go overhead camera shot here as he's close to that outside wall. Once again, my goodness, struggling here now. Look at that right front fender just beaten, battered, banged in already here. Very early lap number 9. More drivers into the outside wall. Miles is chomping at the bits to end somebody's drive here tonight. Very close racing action to each other, and that outside wall continues to snatch a few souls early here tonight. Lap number 9 now underway up at the front of this field. Rhett Tucker picks up where he left off in qualifying, going quick time. He'll have the fastest time on the speedway so far here tonight, 22:95 under race conditions. That's about 6/10 off of his qualifying time. We'll see if that speed picks up throughout the night. He's got himself an 1/8 of a second advantage over Greg Olnick. Adam Pettit close behind him. That's going to be a battle for the second spot here very soon. We'll check in with that and another 2 cars battling for position on the track. You'll have Alan Young and Michael Madden back there 5th and 6th position. Now the 86 and the 20 going at it back and forth. John Peel makes a pass on John McMillan Sr. for 17th as Herzig gets by Green. Now, I believe that's Mr. Gainforth out there in the chat. Why is it that when I read that last comment, I sang Rihanna's? I'm not gonna sing it on on the broadcast. Oh Lord, we are getting off the rails here. Rhett Tucker continues to lead this 58 of Adam Pettit. First time we've seen a Chevy driver up inside those podium positions. John McMillan Jr. makes his way into that 3rd position, still down 1 spot from where he started tonight's race. First Chevy in the field, Alan Young back there in the 5th spot. He's been holding strong right around that 5th position. A lot of ground to make up very early for a lot of drivers. We're getting strung out early here at Dover. Have a few battles to bring you. We'll check out this one right behind Little John. There you can find Greg Olnick, Alan Young going at it. Nathan Rogie heads to pit road. Trouble for that 91. Side by side, 78 to the high side, trying to pinch the 86 down. He'll get the run off of 4 across the line. Olnick will keep that 4th spot for the time being. What will Alan Young do? He's tried the run on the inside. It hasn't worked for the past 2 laps. Is he going to try maybe to switch it up a little bit? Maybe a late crossover. Good run through the center. He's got the run off of 4. Going to look to the inside. Down the front stretch. Dives into turn 1. Still dead even with that 78 on the outside. Olnick gonna have to let him on through. Great run off of 4. That's what set up that entire pass off of turn number 2. Great job by Alan Young, anticipating and being right where he needed to be. Olnick with a good run through 3 and 4. He's gonna close back in on the tail end. Ooh, truck driver trying to save it. 61 goes around right in front of Alan Young. That's not gonna bring out a caution, but we have got some big time trouble for some big drivers here tonight. Alan Young, after being caught up and involved with that little on-track skirmish, he's going to drop all the way back to the 6th position. Christopher Confer with trouble, down a lap into the 86. After trying to save that truck for most of the backstretch, all sorts of out of shape. Got to give him a round of applause for trying to save that truck. Unfortunately for that 86, though, going to be a bit of a setback as Ron Schutte, he makes his way towards that top 5 for the first time here tonight. Schutte up into 7. We will jump around the track just a little bit from time to time, try to give you a few of the battles out there on the speedway. Watching Jeff Gluckner, now Jonathan Holston, Lee Staples back behind them. Staples off about 1.5 seconds from Holston. Holston right there, half a second back, trying to close in inside of that 73 machine. There you can see him now slowly making his way off of turn number 2. 27 or 91, I believe that is Nathan Rogie. Yes, it is indeed a 91 truck in between those two lead lap trucks. Off of turn 4, drag race down the front stretch. Fresher tires on the inside. Not going to be any type of fight. Gluckner going to go ahead and let them around. Vadim Kosadoy brings his truck to pit road for the first time here tonight, and I believe the drivers that made that pit stop, Nathan Rogie, one of the drivers already down onto pit road with a green flag pit stop. Looks like he took just fuel in the pit box for only 6 seconds, so it looks like a fuel-only stop for Rogie. He's going to look to change up the strategy if this thing stays green. Not going to stay green. John McMillan Jr. in the 15, caught up and involved, smoking on the track. That's never a good sign. Let's go back and see what happened here with the 15. You can see him down at, oh my gosh, right in the back end of, I believe that was Rob Green. Something must have happened to Rob Green before that. Oh my gosh. One more look at this here. We'll get a different vantage point there. You can see that 15 making his way down the front, down the backstretch, and right up the track. Oh my gosh. Rob Green in the 23 right up the track, and that's going to collect Little John. That's going to be, I don't know that they're going to get that iRacing sponsored 15 machine back running here tonight. Field down pit road. There you can see that 15 also joining the parade of drivers down pit road. He's going to be on pit road for quite an extended stay. Rhett Tucker makes it into his box. 25 laps into tonight's race. We've got our first caution of the evening. And with that being said, race fans, well, time to pay a few bills. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back track side as the field makes their way off of turn number 4. We should see the one to go that time by, and indeed, yes, pace car lights are out. Drivers getting themselves a wave around. Just 2 drivers getting themselves a wave around. Rob Green, Vadim Kosadoy also still down 1 lap. Nathan Rogie, Christopher Confer also still listed down multiple laps here tonight. Rhett Tucker, your pole sitter here tonight, will step back on the gas, lead this field back to green flag race conditions here from Dover International Speedway. And Miles the Monster, he snatched a few drivers but hasn't taken their souls just yet, only their pride. 4 drivers involved in some big mishaps tonight. Field back double file. Pace car ready to duck off back into turn 3. How you doing out there in Raceland TV? Raceland TV. Never mind. Good to see everybody out there in the chat having a good time here tonight, watching some great truck racing action. We getting ready to go back. Green flag racing once again. Field off of 4 on the gas. Green flag flies. Once again, here the 99 back up through the gears. He's going to step away to a quick advantage over Adam Pettit. There you can see all these drivers working their way off of turn number 2. Pettit going to lose that second spot. He's going to fall back to 3rd. How about Michael Madden in that 20 machine, now up into the 2nd position, running well here tonight. Check that out. That's a beautiful color line. Nice and clean, like those colors on that 20 machine. That Ford F-150 looking good out there tonight. Up 7 positions from where he started tonight's race. He looks for one more. Adam Pettit right there all over his rear deck. We'll take a look back. I believe we do have a camera shot of that. Let's go. No, we don't. Gearbox camera right there. Look how close that 58 of Pettit closes in to turn number 3 right there. You can read every bit of sponsorship on the front end of that machine. Simpson on the side, right in your living room. Here we go. Woo! Something about up close and personal right there. Great camera shots here tonight. A lot of great action shots. We'll continue to bring you a few of those throughout the evening. Want to look back just a little further, check out Ron Schutte in that 28 Serve Pro machine. He's up inside the top 5 for the first time here tonight. Want to go on board overhead camera shot here. Another great action shot brought to you by everybody back behind the scenes. Turn 3 Racing Network. Do appreciate all the hard work out there. And while we're on appreciating things, we do appreciate you joining us here tonight. If you haven't already, race fans, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's Dave in the cave or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every time you stop by. And while you're here, toss these, try to drive the thumbs up, let them know you like what you see out there on the track. We watched that 15 of John McMillan Jr. able to make his way by. I believe that is Alan Young in the 86. It looks like we do have some struggles with the camera off of turn number 2, falling off the perch once again here tonight at Dover International Speedway. We'll have to get that one fixed up for next time for sure. Not much to speak about at the front of the field. Rhett Tucker stepped away on the restart. He now has almost a 1 second advantage over Adam Pettit. Michael Madden losing that second spot to Pettit just a handful of laps ago, back on lap number 33. So 3 laps ago is when that second position changed hands. We've got more drivers battling back here through this field. Check out this 3-car string back to the back of the tail end of this field. Sean Kozer, Jeff Gluckner, and Kevin Haas run nose to tail back into turn number 3. Gluckner has got some heat from behind. Gonna jump around the track a little bit for you. There you can see that 73 of Jonathan Holston. He's gonna make his way off of turn number 2 back down this short backstretch, and caution on the raceway. Looks like we've got a driver with some trouble. Not seeing what it came out for. We'll take another look back, see if we can't find it. Looks like water bottle on the track. I'm hearing from race control. Debris. Caution here tonight from Dover International Speedway, so the field will come to a crawl back behind the pace car. Will any of these drivers elect to come down pit road? Have only been out on this set of tires for right at about 14 laps, 15 laps, give or take there. It's going to be interesting to see if drivers do come, and indeed, Rhett Tucker going to lead a parade of trucks down pit lane. Multiple truck drivers electing to stay out. Alan Young, Lee Staples, they're going to stay out on the track. They're going to elect to take track position over the tires. That's also going to keep a few of these drivers that's trying to get a wave around. That's going to keep them from being able to get and utilize that wave around. There you can see Vadim Kosadoy going around the field. He's the lucky dog this time by. Caution number 2 for debris here tonight from Dover International Speedway. Water bottle and some hot dog wrappers out there. Had to get that cleaned up. Race control with the caution here tonight. Lap number 39 underway. You know, as we do have a free moment here on the air, do want to take a moment to wish you all well this upcoming weekend. Be safe, have fun. Memorial Day weekend, always a great celebration all weekend long. You know, fire up the grills, get them boats running on the lake, jet skis, things like that. You know, we do want and wish you all a happy weekend. But at the same time, let's be safe and come back to it all when we're all done and over with this weekend. So keep that all in mind, and keep all of those that have given the ultimate sacrifice for what we love, our country, and what we get to do here for all of our freedoms. Keep them in mind as well for all the lives lost over this Memorial Day weekend. Last night we seen a Memorial Day weekend paint scheme go to victory lane. Jason Branch putting the 22 machine back into victory lane for a third time this season in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints Orca Menard Series. So Branch asserting himself early in the season. No one truck driver here in the Performance Truck Series able to really establish themselves as the driver. We've had two different race winners in as many races. Jeff Gluckner winning the season opener last week. Adam Pettit visited victory lane. Will we see a repeat for the first time, or will we have our third new race winner this season here in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series? And looking for the quick time here tonight. Let's see who's got that quick time out there during a race time. Let's see, it looks like a 22:49, 22:45 fastest time out there. Adam Pettit so far here tonight under race conditions. That's only about a 10th off of what that pole was set here tonight by Rhett Tucker Field. Now in the hands of Alan Young as Young, Staples, Holston, Jeff Snyder all stay out on track with some older tires. They were on pit road back at lap number 24. We'll have to see if that's the right car. Crew chiefs ready to gamble here tonight from Dover. The Concrete Monster gonna put on a show. Pace car ready to make the left-hand turn. We're ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Close in on this action as the field makes their way off the 4 on the loud pedal. Green flag flies as Alan Young steps away from Lee Staples, and Jonathan Holston will stay right here with these two truck drivers. They battle back into turn number 1. Holston gonna clear on the bottom side. Staples looking to close the door on the inside. And Snyder and Pettit are on their way. Pettit looks like he is making the run for sure, and where, oh where is Jeff Snyder? Still slotted right there 4th in line, but he has got a ton of fast trucks tucked in behind him with about 14 lap pressure tires. You may not see it right from the gate, but those fresh tires will be moving to the front. Just like that, Michael Madden's going to drop to the bottom. He's going to bring Adam Pettit with him. Rhett Tucker going to tuck in line as well. Oh, and contact! Oh, contact. Jeff Snyder with some contact. I believe that was the 58 of Adam Pettit. Yes, it was. Pettit into the outside wall. Heavy damage on the right rear. Heavy damage on the left front for that 58. There you can see a lot of damage right around that wheel well area, and more drivers with trouble. Smoke. Ron Schutte goes around. Caution. More drivers piling in on this one. Oh my goodness. Let's go back, see how it all went down. You can see it already underway up in front. Try to take a look back here, see if we can't see it. There you can see Ron Schutte going around after contact with a few drivers. Back it up just a little bit further if we can. There you can see there's the contact after a bump coming down midway through the front stretch. I believe that may have been that 78 with some contact on the 28. He's going to send him into another truck driver or two, and then more drivers piling in after that. Big time trouble late in the goings for some of these drivers. 50 laps almost into tonight's race, and it's going to be a long night for quite a few drivers. After that, when you can see a ton of these truck drivers down on the pit road, Madden, Snyder, Haas, Peel, Kozer, Schutte, and Kosadoy, all down to pit road. Once again, your top 10 gonna stay out on the track. Alan Young with the gamble of the race. So far, staying out is paying off. He's going to extend this tire run, the tire life, just a little bit. He still has Jonathan Holston and Lee Staples behind him on that same tire cycle that he is. So he's still going to have a little bit of a buffer back to Rhett Tucker in that 4th position. If he can get away and up through the gears here on the restart, look for Young to be pretty hard to pass once Tucker gets there, because he's going to have to be on it and get around Staples and Holston as fast as possible. Look for him to chew up those tires, and it very well may equal out by the time he's able to run down your race leader, Alan Young. After contact, we find ourselves under caution for the 3rd time here tonight. iRacing base car will cross the line. We'll still have at least one more lap to go around here. Do want to take a little bit of a moment to do some house cleaning here tonight. Looks like we have had 25 drivers make their way to the starting grid. We have still got 25 drivers running on the track. A few drivers with some extensive stays on pit road, fixing up their trucks after contact throughout this race. 48 laps into tonight's 140 lap official race distance. Robert Green, Christopher Comfer listed off of the lead lap. Nathan Rogie gets his 91 machine back on to the lead lap. Ken Confer and Green overcome some early trouble here tonight and make their way up through the point standings. Going to be a very, very long way to go for those drivers. Upwards of 80 laps remaining in tonight's race here at Dover International Speedway. Race number 3, season number 3. Right here for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. And as we see those iRacing pace car lights go out, if you're looking for a great league, looking for some great series to run in, head on over to Facebook.com. Check on out Swift Motorsports. You can also find them right here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator, each and every Monday through Thursday, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for Swift. Tomorrow night we will have the Xfinity cars in action as the Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series fires things off out west still. They're on the west side swing out there at Phoenix. 150 laps tomorrow night. But first, we've got to put in another about 81 to 82 laps here tonight from the concrete jungle that is Dover International Speedway. Field back, double file. Alan Young waits for the pace car to duck off. We're set to go back racing once again. Off of turn number 4, slow crawl to the front stretch. Young's gonna hit the gas. Green flag flies. Well, once again, here from Dover International Speedway, Young up through the gears. Holston and Staples struggle a little bit. Looks like that 99 of Tucker, he's gonna do away with the 5 of Staples rather quickly. This is exactly what Alan Young did not need. He needed to get away from that 73 of Holston, because Holston's going to give Rhett Tucker a little bit of an advantage with the draft and the fresher tires. He's going to stay slotted in. Truck number 3 in line. Tucker looks to the high side for a moment. He'll tuck back in line. No pun intended with that one. Alan Young now back down to the inside. He'll lead this 3 truck train. 4 trucks nose to tail right back there after this. Lee Staples leads Greg Olnick, John McMillan Jr. and Jeff Glockner now running in that 7th position. We've got a battle for the 4th spot as Lee Staples tries to keep that 5 up there inside of your top 5 on the older tires right now. Going to give up that spot to Olnick. John McMillan Jr. making his way by on the inside in that 15 machine as well. And surprisingly here at the front as we stay with your race leader, Alan Young, doing a fine job keeping that 86 up there in front of Rhett Tucker, who was your pole sitter here tonight and has led up until Alan Young decided to stay out under that last caution, and now that battle really starting to heat up. Looks like Tucker gonna drop to the bottom. They'll pull even through 1 and 2 back off of the corner. Down the back stretch, advantage to Tucker. 99 back to the point. You gotta commend the effort. The effort, though, out of that 86 as we go on board. Overhead camera shot here with Alan Young and his 86 Chevy Silverado. Valiant effort to try to keep that top spot, but now going to fall back into second. Greg Olnick on his way through. It looks like Holston now doing what it is that Young had hoped he was able to do to Rhett Tucker for a handful of laps. Looks like he has a few drivers slowed up behind him. Jeff Gluckner finally able to make his way by Jonathan Holston, make that pass for the 4th position. Stephen Ayers Jr. also making a pass last time by. He's going to get by Jonathan Herdzik. That's back for the 12th position on track. Kozier getting by Jeffrey Green as well. Now getting by Alan Young for the 2nd spot. 78 puts the blue oval into 1st and 2nd. Long train of Chevy Silverados on track. Back to your highest running, your next running Ford F-150. Long way to go back through the field to find your first and highest running Toyota Tundra driver. There you can see that Pro 28 of Ron making his way around the track. 19th position after some early trouble. He's had an extended stay on pit road, a time or 2 under caution. Damage control mode engaged for that 28 and his entire crew. Look for them to try to make up what they can here tonight. Shooty has to overcome some issues here tonight, and right behind them you can see Venom Cosador in that 11 machine almost having some trouble. Listed as the 09 on the timing, scoring 11 on the side of that truck. There you can see that 29 of Jeff Snyder just off in front of Cosador. 77 of John Peel tucked in behind him. Here comes Nathan Brody. He wants a few spots here. Ten laps away from the halfway point, in the race leader once again, Rhett Tucker. Look at this huge mess going on right here. 22 of Jeffrey Green, he's dealing with Ron Shooty. Jonathan Holston right there, you can see. Also, I believe that is John McMillan Sr. in the 51 truck. He's going to make up some positions on the inside, go to the 17th spot, as now Shooty getting by Green for 15th. Snyder passing Holston for 18th. Holston struggling down that 73. More contact between drivers. We've seen 4 or 5 times drivers getting into each other. Luckily, no cautions coming out, so some beating and banging, short track style racing here tonight from Dover International Speedway. It is a mile, but races like a short track, almost 3 wide back here with Rogie, Peel, and Snyder. Think they're not racing hard. This is for the 19th, 20th, and 21st spot on the speedway, and they are going at it just like this. Back to the front, though. Let's check out the drivers running from second on back. There you can see Alan Young continuing to struggle to find the pace on those much older tires than the drivers he is racing around off of turn number 2. He's going to lose some speed, lose some ground as the field all tucked up with each other on that inside lane. Look for these 4 trucks to gang up on Alan Young in the 86 and put him behind the 8 ball. And not able to get by. Michael Madden gonna have to take a lap or 2, reassess the situation. No, gonna dive right back down to the bottom in 1 and 2 track race. Back down the backstretch once again. Madden's gonna take that 6th spot away, push Young back to 7. Not much at the front of the field. Brett Tucker has stepped off to over a second race advantage over Greg Oldnick. Oldnick has got quite a gap back to 3rd and 4th. Gluckner and Pettit over a 3-second gap from 2nd place back to 3rd. Jeff Gluckner in the 24 Chevy Silverado. He's got another past race winner just behind him. Adam Pettit sitting in that 4th position in the blue Ford F1. Blue Ford. The blue oval. Tongue is not working for me right now. Oh my goodness. Let's go a little further up through the field. Check this battle out right here. There you can see Adam Pettit looking to recover, make his way up and around the 24 of Jeff Gluckner. That's going to be a battle back for the 3rd position now as Gluckner loses a little bit of ground. John McMillan Jr. close racing. Oh my gosh. Gluckner almost into that outside wall off of turn number 2. That was really close off of 4. I do apologize, off of turn 4 last time. Really close racing between John McMillan Jr. and Jeff Gluckner. They'll continue around the track, though, just at the halfway point tonight. Do want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, toss these drivers a thumbs up. Let them know you appreciate and enjoy what they do week in and week out right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Go ahead, click that like button, subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, family, or sponsor. We appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time. Without you, there's no us. So let us know you're out there. Let us know you like what you see. Hit that thumbs up. Going to close into the action just a little bit closer with one of our Turn 3 drone cams here tonight. Allowed here at Dover International Speedway. A little bit of an experimental camera for us. So bear with us as we kind of work these things out over the next few weeks. Look to have a few more of these drone cams brought to you by everybody back at the headquarters working hard behind the scenes to get all these great camera shots week in, week out, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Not much going around this field. Not a lot of battles out there. A few small ones here and there. Stephen Ayers Jr. battling with John McMillan Sr. Jeff Gluckner is going to continue to close in on John McMillan Jr. Ronald Brown kind of in the meat in between a sandwich right now, running back in the 10th spot. As cameramen confused where to go here. We'll keep it right here on this battle with Jeff Gluckner in that 20 of Michael Madden for a handful of laps. More drivers to pit road. Kosadoy, Young, Snyder, Holston, Confer, all on to pit road. Christopher Confer has been on pit road for quite some time. Almost 10 minutes in the box here as we continue to see parts and pieces going flying over the wall. New ones coming back over. Confer struggling to get that truck fixed. as we find ourselves right here in the middle of a long green flag run. What better time than to run down a few of the driver highlights in Spotlight? Your top 5. There you can see inside of that 99 machine, Rhett Tucker leads this field after walking away with a quick time in qualifying. Your pole sitter gonna snatch the most laps led as well here tonight. Racking up the bonus points, Ken Tucker be your 3rd different race winner. Drivers sitting in 2nd as they go out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. Greg Oldnick brings that 78 truck down to the inside through 3 off of 4 now back to the front stretch. He'll continue to try to chase down Rhett Tucker as he sits in the 2nd spot. Back in 3rd on the raceway, driver out of Kansas, Adam Pettit, looking to bring that 58 a little bit further up through the field. He's got quite a ways to go to catch up to Rhett Tucker in that top spot, 4 seconds behind your race leader, 2 seconds back from 2nd place as more drivers begin to head to pit road. Running in 4th now. Great recovery after early trouble. That 15 of Little John Macmillan Jr. runs in 4th. Another race winner this season, the 24 of Jeff Gluckner. There you can see him on track, coming to pit lane this time by Gluckner. Brings the iRacing Drivers World BK Paints Chevy Silverado down for service and tires. We'll stay out on the track with your race leader, the 99 of Rhett Tucker continues out on the track. John McMillan Jr., Jeff Gluckner, Jeffrey Green to pit road that time by. Should see multiple different little strategies here as we have about 30 to 40 lap difference. Well, I'm sorry, I apologize, about a 15 to 20 lap difference on the tire cycle for multiple drivers out there, and it looks like we're starting to see more and more of the strategy plays come in as we watch these pit stop times. We are seeing some of them below 10 seconds. That means there is definitely a 2-tire or fuel-only stop involved when it is that fast. As we've got this green flag pit cycle underway, Rhett Tucker continues to pick him up and lay him down. Looks like John Peel going to be listed in the 8th position, last driver on the lead lap. John McMillan Jr., driver sitting in the 11th position, was on the pit road back on lap number 80. He is being scored first driver 2 laps down to your race leader. So Rhett Tucker absolutely flying out there. Oh, and caution flag flies. That's going to catch a lot of these drivers out. Oh my goodness, big time implications right here. We'll see what happened. It looks like we are getting a thumbs up on it, so let's go check the replay. Hearing word that the team of David Cameron was involved. We'll take another look at him not being able to see from that vantage. Oh my gosh, big time trouble right there. Hard impact for that 10. We'll take another look at it here. There you can see the 10 making his way off of pit road onto the track right in front of a truck. Oh, snatched the gear, and that's the 73, I believe, of Jonathan Holston that gets caught up and involved as well. Take one more look at it high above from the blimp cam. There you can see that 10 coming off of pit road. Oh my gosh, and right into that left front of Jonathan Holston. Holston minding his own business and along for the ride. Back up front with your race leader, Rhett Tucker, as he leads the lead lap cars down pit road. My goodness, what an advantage right there. That is going to catch a lot of drivers out, going to catch multiple drivers that were battling at the front of this field down one lap. Multiple drivers went 2 laps down. They're going to get 1 lap back with the wave around, but they're still going to be stuck 1 lap down. My goodness, this changes everything. So as we will have at least 2 more laps around the track here tonight, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, but don't go anywhere. You'll get to see everything that happens from the track as we go swift side by side. Back trackside, as you've seen, a long train of trucks going by the pace car, getting themselves 1 lap down. Pace car ready to duck off. Field ready to go back. Green flag racing being brought to you to the restart box by Red Tucker, your pole sitter. He's ready to get back up through the gears. Green flag flies once again here from Dover International Speedway. Tucker up through the gears, no problem. He'll set sail to a half a second race advantage already over these two who are going to go at it side by side off of turn 1, 2, back down the back stretch. Michael Madden takes that second spot away from Brett Tucker. Alan Young makes his way by Brian Jablonski for 21st position. Lot of trucks involved in a battle right here, all about 2/10 off of each other. Oh, hard impact for Olnick. I believe that was Olnick back there in the 16. No, Sean Kosher in the 16 was hard into the outside wall off of turn number 2. He'll keep it going in the right direction. And how about this man right here? Nathan Rogie down a lap early tonight. Now he finds himself as one of the few drivers left on the lead lap. Caution coming out during green flag pit cycle caught multiple drivers 2 laps down. Everybody getting a wave around, but they still find themselves one lap down. John McMillan Jr. sits in the lucky dog position in that 10th slot on the track. As we continue to click off the laps, drivers inching closer to that 100 lap threshold. We're counting them down, clicking them off here tonight. Last time by, fastest lap of the race goes to Adam Pettit in the 58 machine. He turns in a 22:44. Close little battle right here between the 16 and the 78 of Greg Olnick. Kosher has that 6th spot. Olnick all over him right now. Both of those drivers are on the pit road right around that last caution. Greg Olnick came down pit road and Sean Kaiser topped off one more time before we went back. Green flag racing back on lap number 86, so he's got a little bit more fuel inside of that 78. He can push a little harder. Onboard camera shot now with Sean Kaiser. As you've seen, that 78 Ford F-150 drop to the bottom of the speedway and drive right around a fellow Ford. Do want to jump back to this little battle. It's a 3-car battle towards the front of this field. Trying to see who that third truck in line is. I don't believe that quite is that 88 of Kevin Haas. Haas sitting about 0.8 of a second back from Madden, so I'm not quite sure what truck driver that is. Maybe the 23 of Robert Green. I believe that's who that might be in that 23 machine. Brett Tucker starting to stretch this thing on out, stretch his legs, getting ready to control the pace of the race. Tucker leads by 0.8 of a second back down into turn number 1 and out of 2. He'll lead all the drivers on the track. Ron Schutte, what a recovery by him as well. He was caught up and involved in an early race incident and has brought his Toyota Tundra up inside the top 5. He is your highest running Toyota driver in the field. Only one other Toyota driver actually out there, Vadim Kostoy in the 09 listed on the tiny and scoring 11 on the side of his truck. He's sitting back in the 12th position, one lap down at this point in time. Got to go all the way back to 18th position to find your first driver. 2 laps down, Jeffrey Green in his Chevy Silverado has seen some troubles. Looks like he elected to go ahead and come down pit road under that caution. That's why he stays 2 laps down. Here tonight from Dover International Raceway, drivers cross that 100-lap threshold. We're counting them down. 39 laps remain as the leader crosses the line. This time, Rhett Tucker continues to dominate the concrete oval here. Miles the Monster grabbed 1 or 2 of them. Christopher Comfort listed as the first and only driver out of tonight's race. Out of the 25 drivers that took to the starting grid, we've still got 24 on track. Gonna jump around just a little bit, try to bring you some of the battles and some of the action out there. You can see that 86 of Alan Young. He's battling with some drivers not for position, but for track spots. Nathan Rogie on board right here in the 91, sitting in that 8th spot. He's got a ways to go to catch up to Kosher, about 0.8 of a second as Kosher has stepped away. And here comes John McMillan Jr., driver of that 15 truck. iRacing sponsored machine. He looks to try to get himself back on the lead lap the good old-fashioned way. He's making his run towards the front. You've got one truck driver down there on the bottom. I believe that is the wounded machine of Jonathan Holston. Yes, it is. 73 truck struggling to find some pace. Then you can see 2 more beaten and battered. Performance Truck Series drivers trying to get their Silverados around the track. Gonna take the spot on the track, but not the position. McMillan Jr. made his way by. Now we're going to jump back. Well, we did for a moment with John Peel right there, the Feeding America sponsor. 77 Michelle Peel listed as the first driver down one lap in that lucky dog position, 3 seconds in front of John McMillan Jr. as your race leader. Rhett Tucker just put him a lap down not very long ago. John McMillan Jr. on a tear. He's trying to get to that 77 to take that lucky dog spot away. Rhett Tucker now steps away. Look at this, race fans. Great job so far here tonight by that 99, especially controlling the pace once he got away from the field. Looks like the tire management going very well inside of that cockpit. And speaking of the cockpit of the 99, let's jump on board, ride a lap around Dover International Raceway with your pole sitter, your race leader, the 99 of Rhett Tucker. Look how smooth the hands are on the wheels, race fans. Not a lot of movement. Once he pulls it to the left, watch this. You see those hands steady to the left. No real corrections to the right. You check out exit 4. Usually it can get a little hairy. Not much of a back correction right there. Not having to catch the tail end of the truck, and that is what you want out of a smooth handling, a good handling truck, especially on the long run. He was last to pit road over 30 laps ago, and he's still running fast times out there tonight. 24-26 last time by your race leader, one of the fastest in the top 5 last time by. So Rhett Tucker, nice and smooth at the front of this field. Gonna jump around a little bit, and why don't we go up to the spotter stand, give you a little bird's eye view, what it's like for a lot of these spotters out there trying to get their drivers into the position that they need to be for the best finish possible. Oh, big moment there for the 88. He locked up the tires getting into the corner. No, I believe that's Jeff Stiles. John Herdzik actually with some trouble. John McMillan Jr. caught up as well in this one. 5th caution flies for the night. Let's take a look and see what happened with Herdzik. There you can see the 12 trying to get down off of the track. Looks like he's trying to get down and go slow. Back up the misses pit road right in front of a few drivers, and that caused quite a bit of a calamity. Oh, and there it is right there. Oh my gosh. That was a huge lick by John McMillan Jr. My gosh. Hate doing it, but let's go to the cockpit here of John McMillan Jr. Let's see what he's seeing. Down into 3, everything looks clear. There's the smoke. You can't see the truck. Smoking truck. Oh. And immediately you heard the power go. John McMillan Jr. involved in the latest incident. His night will come to an end after that one. Rhett Tucker gonna lead a long train of cars down pit road, and this will allow multiple drivers to stay out, get themselves back onto the lead lap, but they're going to have very old tires if they do so. We're going to have to wait and see what these crew chiefs want to do as we find ourselves under caution for the 5th time here tonight. We're going to break for a brief commercial break as we get ready to count it on down from 30 laps to go. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Back track side as the field gets the one to go. Two drivers making their way around the iRacing base car, gonna get themselves back on to the lead lap. As we've got 25 laps remaining, it's time to get down to business. It's all on the line. Will we see Rhett Tucker dominate the tail end of this race the way that he's been able to control this race all night long? It's gonna get hot and heavy up here at the front. I can guarantee you. Hungry drivers up here at the front. Only one driver already visiting victory lane this season inside your top five. Adam Pettit gonna line up in outside row number one. Tucker on the bottom, ready to fire it off. Here we go. Green flag racing once again here from Dover International Speedway for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Up through the gears, no problem for Michael Matt. No problem for Tucker. Michael Madden and Adam Pettit, they're battling back there for second and third, and Pettit losing some ground on the outside, not able to get up through the gears. He's going to drop a spot to Greg Olnick. Olnick now into those points-paying positions, those podium spots. He's in third. Ron Schutte, check this out. Still inside the top five, running in the fifth position. Heck of a run so far here tonight for Schutte. Trying to get that Serve Pro Toyota Tundra up in one of the top three positions if he can. Last time by new fast time of the race. Rhett Tucker, your pole sitter, sets fast time during green flag conditions, 22:42. Gotta jump around with some of these battles because we've got some hot and heavy. He's gonna check out this one back here. Nathan Rogie trying to close in on Kevin Haas. That's going to be a battle for 6th and 7th on this speedway. Drivers battling just off in front of them. We'll jump to that battle here in just a brief moment. Battle for that second position on track there. You can see Adam Pettit struggling in that 58 truck. He's got Greg Olnick tucked in behind him. Olnick wants that spot back. You know what, race fans, we haven't done it in a while. Why don't we calm it down a little bit, but let's run trackside up close and personal. Turn it up. contact under our Turn It Up session. Looks like Brian Jablonski has been involved in this one. Ron Schutte may have been involved. We'll check the replay, see how it all went down. On board with Brian Jablonski, and it looks like he gets turned around on the front stretch. No contact for any other trucks. I have to go outside the car. Let's see if we can't get a better view of this one, how it all happened, how it all went down. There you can see battling off of the corner, and there's the contact. Around they go. Gluckner gets by. Lee Staples gets by. Ooh, that was close right there. I'm not sure who that was, but wow, that was close. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure how all those truck drivers missed the spinning 07 of Brian Jablonski, but they do so. Will rejoin the field back at the front once again. Rhett Tucker gonna stay out on track. Michael Madden, Adam Pettit, Ron Schutte, Kevin Haas, Nathan Rogie, Sean Kozier, all gonna come to pit road. John McMillan Sr. in the 51 machine, he's gonna stay out on the speedway. He's gonna try to see if he can't gain a few spots here with this pit strategy. Gonna restart this race in third as long as he stays out on the track. So a big move there by John McMillan Sr. Up 11 positions for now. Started outside of your top 10, almost outside of your top 15. Now runs in third. With 16 to go, we should see 14 laps of green flag racing once we get this thing fired back off once again here from Dover International Speedway, race number 3, season number 3, right here for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Interesting piece of knowledge here for you in Swift Motorsports so far this season. We have seen a trend here with drivers that are able to walk away with a pole position, able to walk away with a race win so far this season. Jason Branch with 2 poles in the Ayers iRacing Paints Arca Menard Series. He's got 3 race wins to his name. Last week, Adam Pettit sat on the pole at Atlanta Motor Speedway, walked away with that race win. Here tonight, Rhett Tucker walked away with the pole position. He's got the most laps led here tonight and is in a good position to back that up with a race win. And in the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, Todd Craig took the pole at Michigan. He took the race win. Justin Gann took the pole last week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He took the race win. So it looks like drivers are able to really translate that 1 or 2 lap speed over into complete and overall race speed. Looks like if you want to get to victory lane, you're gonna have to put yourself on the pole. Drivers receiving the 1 to go this time by when we get back to green flag racing. 13 laps will be remaining. Out of the 25 drivers that took to the starting grid here tonight, we have still got 23 out there on the track. 11 left on the lead lap. Stephen Ayers Jr. listed as the last driver on the lead lap. The 31 machine sitting in 11th. Will we see a new race winner so far this season, or will we see that 58 of Adam Pettit spoil the party late here at Dover? Field ready to go back. Green flag racing. Pace car down and away off of turn 4. Here we go. Once again, green flag racing up through the gears. Michael Madden gets a good jump. Driver's going around the 88 with some trouble. Haas spins the tires. Big stack up. Big time stack up. Drivers everywhere on this restart. Looked like the 88 may have spun the tires there. We'll take a look back here with Kevin Haas, see how it all went down there. You can see that 88 already going around off the front end of, I believe that's Nathan Rogie in the 91. Here comes Lee Staples. More drivers caught up involved in this one. One more look at this one. John McMillan Sr. also involved in this crash there. You can see the 51 on the bottom. Contact with Alan Young. Young into the inside wall. Hard impact for multiple drivers right there. Nathan Rogie, some hard hits, 2 or 3 hard hits in that one. One more time, we'll go high above this time from the blimp can. Let's see if we can't see how it all went down. There's that restart right there. There's the spin of the tires. The 88 goes around. Carnage, chaos ensuing, more trucks involved. There you can see the 5 get spun, inside wall, outside wall, more drivers back down the track. Holy, my goodness. Calamity late here from Dover International Speedway. We'll rejoin the field at the front. Rhett Tucker has come to pit road with 11 laps to go. I am not sure what this is about. I'm not sure about this strategy from Rhett Tucker. He has been the class of this field. But he is going to have about 12 lap fresher tires. That's going to be the one big advantage, but he's going to have less than 8 laps trying to make his way up through the field. Granted, he will restart in the 8th position, but he has still got a lot of truck drivers to try to get by in just about 8 laps. He's going to have to gain 8 positions. He's going to have to be on it. Business about to pick up with this strategy. I can tell you what, if it wasn't a barn burner already with some craziness going on at the end of tonight's race, Rhett Tucker and his crew chief, they say, you know what, you think you've seen it all? Let's shake it up a little bit. They come to pit road back on lap 129 out of the 140 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Field gonna cross the line to take 10 to go this time by. Lee Staples, Alan Young, Jeff Snyder, they're back into pit road for a second visit under our 7th caution here tonight after big wheel spin on the restart. Caught up multiple truck drivers. Alan Young had bright spots all night long, unfortunately being involved in his 3rd racing incident here tonight puts him back behind the 8 ball, back off of the lead lap, outside of your top 15. He'll restart back in 18th here. John McMillan Jr. also suffering some consequences here tonight, running in the 20th position, still out on track. Damage control for lots of drivers. And looking to see who was the wave around. I believe the 77 of John Peel was able to get the wave around that time. As Upstate Al given the 1 to go this time by. Field will have 8 laps remaining when we go back. Green flag racing here from Dover International Speedway. Miles the Monster waiting to chew some of these drivers up. I know he is. We've had multiple racing incidents here tonight. Only 2 drivers off of the track. Will we see another big one before the end of tonight. Off of turn 2, those gaps going to get a lot smaller for this restart. Drivers know it's all on the line. You gotta go from here. We will keep it at the front of this field with the battle for the race lead, but we will keep an eye back on that 4th row outside truck, the 99 of Rhett Tucker. There you can see him tucked in line right behind the 28 Serve Pro machine of Ron Schutte. Look for Tucker to be ultra fast on this restart. Old Nick bringing the field to the restart box. Green flag flies as he hits the gas early. Gets up through the gears. A lot of the field still making their way through 3 and 4. A little bit of a stack up there in front of that 99. He's going to have to slow for just a moment. At the front, though, battle for the race lead. Olnick not stepping away. Here comes Michael Madden to the inside. They almost touch doors through 3 and 4. Adam Pettit right there waiting in the wings, looking to take that second spot away. Look to the inside, didn't shove it in there just yet. He'll stay back in 3rd, nose to tail for 2nd and 3rd. Tucker already up 2 spots. He runs in 6th. Michael Madden beginning to step away from Olnick and Pettit as they battle for that 2nd spot. Rhett Tucker now making another pass on the track. He's up to 5th. Back taking a look at that 99. He's got drivers battling behind him. That's Ronald Brown, Ron Schutte, and Stephen Ayers Jr. battling 6, 7, and 8th on the track. It's a hot spot inside your top 5. Michael Madden leads this race by 4/10 of a second as a high 5 for your race leader last time. 5 laps to go. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get there. Rhett Tucker, after a late race call to come and get tires, restarted with 8 laps to go. Back in the 8th position. He's now running in 5th, trying to close in on the drivers around him. 4 laps remaining now as the 20 starting to set stale on the rest of the field. Greg Olnick, Adam Pettit still battling for 2nd and 3rd on the speedway. Rhett Tucker right there all over Sean Kosher, looking for that 4th position, and if he can get by this time by or into turn number 1, we should see him be able to run down Adam Pettit and Greg Olnick as they continue that battle for 2nd and 3rd. First place, your race leader, Michael Madden, stepping away to almost a 1-second race advantage already. Not a lot of laps left off of turn number 4. Coming to the stripe, popsicle sticks for your race leader, the 20 of Michael Madden. 2 laps to go. Tucker not able to get by Kosher just yet. He's stuck in 5th. Off of turn number 4, coming to the stripe, white flag in the air. Final lap here from the Concrete Jungle Dover International Speedway, race number 3, season number 3 for Swift MotorSports. Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series, back down the backstretch into turn 3 for the final time. Your race leader, Michael Madden's going to lead the field off of turn 4. Looks like Lee Staples and John Herdzik crash late in the race, crossing the checkered flag waving as he goes across the line. Jeff Gluckner, also another truck involved in a late race incident, smoking on the track. Madden walks away with his first race win of the season, and that's going to give us our 3rd different race leader. Rhett Tucker finally gets by Kosher. He's going to slot home in 4th after a dominating performance here tonight. I wasn't sure about the strategy when we seen it go down, when we seen it happen, and Tucker not going to quite be able to regain those positions back. He'll grab 4 of them through that 8-lap green flag run, but Michael Madden enjoys this one. You see him burning it down on that front stretch. What a run by him and the rest of this field here tonight. And as we get set to go down trackside for the post-race interviews, going to take a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, the race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside as we get set for your post-race interviews at the conclusion of yet another barn burner here for the Performance Truck Series with Swift Motorsports. Man, what a race it was here tonight from Dover. Let's see if we can't grab a few of the drivers in the podium spots. Let's see if we can't dial up the driver that walked away in third tonight. Let's catch a word with Adam Pettit. It's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going, Dave?
Doing well. How about yourself, my man?
I'm doing okay. I didn't have the speed of Rhett, but I had Michael and Greg on the long run, but it was a short run, so it'll haunt me, but glad to have a top three.
Short run there at the end. We seen one green flag run that caught multiple drivers out there, multiple laps down. You had a little bit of skirmishes here tonight. How good does it feel knowing that you were overcome so much here tonight at a very tough track?
Very good, very good. Dover is one of my favorite tracks, especially in the truck. There's just so much grip in it, and when you get those fresh tires, you can really put that truck anywhere you want. And if you're trying to get around people, it's just, are they going to push up into you? Because going to the outside's not really the best place to try to make that pass. But it was a lot of fun tonight.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun from my booth, but it's a lot easier to say when you step outside of the rides and you don't have the stress involved anymore. But Adam, again, congratulations walking away with yet another fine finish here in Swift Motorsports. Walked away with third place here tonight. So before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that 58?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Whitles Automotive and Sparkle and Shine. And I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this. And I'd like to thank my teammates, Greg, Sean, and Michael. We almost went 1, 2, 3, 4, but Rhett was able to get around Sean there at the end. But really proud of everybody tonight, and hope to do it again next week.
Absolutely, and I'm going to give you one word of advice. Unless those sponsors are paying the bills, you got to thank that wife first, man. She's going to hit you in the back of the head, I promise.
Yeah, I know you told me that after the first interview, and I did it last week, and last week I forgot the sponsors, so I figured I'd plug them first. I'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we'll get it worked out. We'll see you again, Adam. Again, congratulations, buddy, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you after we take a week off for Memorial Day.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Have a good one, bud.
There you go, having a little fun with the driver walking away in third here tonight. Adam Pettit continues his podium runs here in season number 3 so far. I believe that makes his third podium in 3 races. So Adam Pettit on a little bit of a tear here in the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. That's going to lead us now to the driver that walked away in second here tonight. First time in the podium positions, I do believe. Let's see if we can't dial up and catch a word with Greg Olenek. It's Dave in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you, Dave.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after almost snatching that race win? It was oh so close.
Yeah, pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy for our team. Rev Racing, 1, 2, 3 finish. And obviously, Rhett Tucker was the class of the field today, but to pull off a second behind Michael Madden, who undoubtedly is one of the best I've seen in the truck series in our other league, feels pretty good.
Well, I'm going to throw a little something at you that maybe most of the drivers that race with you and maybe some broadcasters that you speak to at other times, maybe they might not know this, but what feels like it carries more speed? These Performance Truck Series or the Intimidator at Carowinds?
Oh, boy, at Dover Downs, probably these trucks, but, I mean, the Intimidator at Carowinds is not far behind. I only live like 5 minutes from Carowinds, so I've run it a few times.
Oh, absolutely. Seen that Fort Mills tag, and I know exactly where that is. That's why I kind of put that out there. But a fine run for you and that 78 crew here tonight, Greg. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back at the shop?
Yeah, I want to thank my sponsors, Moo and Brew here in Charlotte, Wild and Crazy Pearls, and Full Throttle Racing and Sports Memorabilia located in West Virginia. Also want to thank my dad for watching back home in Dover, Delaware, where I was born and raised. So it's always fun when he can tune in and check out a race, and I pulled out a second place today, so feels good.
Well, absolutely, Greg. We're going to take a 1-week hiatus for Memorial Day, but we look to catch up with you once again when we head to, I do believe, if I've got this schedule correctly, let's take a look here. I feel kind of dumb now that I don't know. Daytona. We're going to be turning left and right next time.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can't catch up with you after that one. That should be an interesting one.
All right, yeah, I love me some restrictor plate racing, so hopefully I'll be talking to you again, Dave.
All right, we'll try to catch up with you then.
All right.
There you go. That was the 78 of Greg Olenek walking away in the second position. The 78 doing a fine job. Almost was able to walk away with a race win. Unfortunately, not going to finish out that way for him and his crew. He'll walk away with second. Michael Madden, though, that's the man of the moment. You seen him in the post-race with the smoke show down there on the front stretch. So as the smoke goes away, we'll catch up with your race winner, Michael Madden. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Hey, man, I'm doing a lot better than last week, man. I'm pretty pumped.
I was gonna say, what a turnaround, huh? And how good does that feel to have kind of a dismal race turn into a beautiful night here this week?
It was fantastic, man. When the 99 pitted there, my eyes lit up like Christmas morning. I was like, let's close this thing out now. So it was just, it played out perfectly in my hand, and I learned a lot. I was riding for most of the race and just trying to learn from the 99 and the 58, and I kind of found something on that last little stint there.
Well, Michael, now you are slotted into that championship chase when we get there a little bit later on in the season. Got a while to get there, but does that take any pressure off of you and the crew, and how do you move forward from here? Do you just chase bonus points and race wins, or do you try to just put together a full, consistent season?
I feel like it absolutely changes the game. You can definitely be more aggressive and take risks and stay out. Definitely play a little different strategy than everybody else, knowing you're into the playoffs. But yeah, I'm going to keep the same mentality I do and just be aggressive when I have to be, and just, try to get extra bonus points because they're going to be so valuable later on.
Well, Michael, it was a pleasure watching you out there tonight, watching you turn in your season around here in race number 3 from Dover International Speedway. So before we let you go and hoist that trophy and enjoy the rest of the night's celebrations, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home on that 20?
Absolutely. I'd love to thank the family for watching, my girlfriend for supporting me behind me, and just everybody from Sparkle and Shine to Raised on Blacktop. Just every week we come out here and we try to put it in victory lane, and hey, we'll go celebrate this one all night.
Well, enjoy the race win, my man, and when we get back to the track, we'll try to catch up with you once again.
Take it easy, Dave.
There you have it. That was your race winner for the first time this season. The 20 of Michael Madden captures that checkered flag. What a run we had here tonight from Dover International Speedway. Gonna have, as we've said multiple times throughout tonight's broadcast, gonna have 1 week off for Memorial Day weekend. Gonna celebrate those holidays, so we do wish you well. We do hope that you stay safe. We will hit the track once again for Daytona Road Course. These drivers gonna be slinging these trucks left and right. It is going to be one heck of a sight to see, I can assure you that. And it sounds like after seeing an out-of-this-world race, producers hitting those buttons. Feels like I was too. What a race it was. Out of this world, to be a matter of fact. Great run here tonight from the Performance Motorsports Truck Series. Your unofficial race results look like this. Michael Madden takes that top spot away. Greg Olnick gonna finish in second. Adam Pettit rounds out your podium spots. 99 of Rhett Tucker gonna finish it back in the fourth spot. Sean Kozer in fifth. Sixth place goes to Stephen Ayers Jr. Ronald Brown finished in seventh. The 88 of Kevin Haas walking away in eighth. Ninth place goes to John Peel, while John Macmillan Sr. walks away with the final spot inside the top 10. Final driver on the lead lap. 91 of Nathan Rogie with some trouble late in tonight's race. He'll walk away in 11th. Vadim Kosadoy gonna finish 12th. Jeff Glockner gonna bring the 24 home in 13th. Ron Schutte pilots that 28, home to 14th after late race trouble. Lee Staples in the 5 finishes tonight in 15th. 16th spot goes to the 86 of Alan Young. Jeffrey Green brings the 22 machine home in 17th. 18th spot here tonight to John Herdzik. 19th on track, Jeff Snyder and John Macmillan Jr. rounds out your top 20. Jonathan Holston brings the 73 home in 21st. David Cameron in 22nd. The 07 of Jablonski going to finish in 23rd. Christopher Confer rounds out your field. Here tonight, big shout out to Gary Wells, Rob Green, and Justin Gann up there in race control. Do appreciate everything you guys do each and every time you join us in race control. And well, we're going to begin to roll up the cord. So as we've already said, if you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Darkside Dave, and the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.